Hello everybody, it's Emery48 here and welcome back to another Marvel Monday. A little delayed on the post, but that's fine. Day late. We're still here. Still got it. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6. The first of 2 seasons that only have 13 episodes as opposed to the 22 or so from the first 5 seasons. And they were formatted. Well, this one was formatted a little differently. In the first few seasons, it was you could get through a plot line in sometimes an episode, but pretty rarely. But mostly you'd get like a 3 or 4 episode chunk story arc. And there'd still be the overarching theme, normally Hydra related, that would have a villain throughout the whole season that you wouldn't quite solve until the end, but there would be other things going on. Season 6 was a lot more split in half. There was 2 different sets of enemies throughout, and there was 2 different main villains per set, I suppose. You have one side that is the Chronicom storyline, mostly focused on Fitzsimmons, and it kind of has 2 different villains throughout, which one kind of just overtakes the other about halfway through the season. And similar is true for the rest of the team with the Shrike attack on Earth. And it starts with the villain of Sarge, which is a remake of Coulson, and then is replaced for the most part by Izel and the actual Shrike invasion. So it's interesting to see that they went with a different format entirely, besides just limiting the episodes. But it did feel like it took a lot longer to hit a resolution. I think that was something that they did in season 5 too, a little bit. Even with the 22 episodes, it still took a while because you were just in space for so long. That resolution didn't happen as often as it would have in the first couple of seasons. That doesn't necessarily make it worse. I think the dragging out and the intensity can be good for a show. It will be interesting to see if season 7 takes on that same role. I don't think it will, just based on the way that they set it up, unless they add another villain in for season 7. But I'm assuming with 7 seasons that they knew this was where this show was going to end, so they're probably going to try and wrap it up in some way. And bringing in a whole new villain could get complicated. I did enjoy this season again. It was not my favorite season. I think we've already hit that. But it was another good one. And I think it was better than season 5. You get some good character development in this one, which I was worried might be lacking in a season with half the amount of episodes, basically. But we still keep going with actual good character development throughout, and it never felt rushed. Deke was at times a little more annoying in this season than he had been in the previous season, but that does feel fairly intentional, just based on the way that Deke is. As a character, you wouldn't have written him that way if you didn't want him to be at least a little bit annoying, or annoying to some people, I guess, is the way to put that. And I do think that with season 6, it was good enough to surpass Daredevil. That might be controversial, and I'm sorry, but it was. There's been enough high-quality seasons for me to put this past Daredevil. I think the Ghost Rider season especially is just an incredible season of television. And this one really gets complicated with time travel, with like ethereal beings, androids. It really piles on a lot of stuff. And it's a big sci-fi season. And for someone who is a big fan of Doctor Who and Star Wars, seeing this much sci-fi in Marvel is a big plus for me. That could be a thing that puts some people off, which would probably, for those people, keep Daredevil as a top show. And that's not to say Daredevil's bad, right? I'm sliding it to second. And I have full faith that when season 5 of Daredevil comes out, it will retake number 1. This is most likely a temporary thing. Who knows, maybe season 7 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is just that good that it will hold its crown for that much longer. But I do feel like it won't be the top spot for all that long. Those are my overall and big thoughts on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So let's get into the actual episodes of this season and talk some of this through. We got episode 1, Missing Pieces. Someone teleports through a wall, shoots down May's jet. Daisy and Simmons find a frozen Fitz ship after it was attacked. Fitz is gone. Mac and May bring on Benson, a former college professor, to advise and restart the S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy. 2 more transports, and the next transport is an armored trailer with a Coulson variant. Just what we're going to call that for now. Episode 2, Window of Opportunity. Fitz and Enoch are working on a space snail breeding ship. Coulson's crew robs a jewelry store. Fitz and Enoch kill off the dictatorial captain, saving the engineers. May fights Coulson's team, but they get away. Coulson's team destroyed the last world they visited. There was video of the world they visited being destroyed. And this episode really gives you the prime example of set 1 and set 2. We have the Fitz and Enoch storyline, and we have the Coulson bring back storyline. And those are the 2 major arcs that go from the very beginning of the season all the way through to the very end. And one of those 2 arcs carries over into the next one. Episode 3, Fear and Loathing on the Planet of Kitson. Daisy, Simmons, and Davis start tripping after eating candy. Not meant for humans. Another search for Fitz. Hunters of Enoch's species are after Fitz because he died, but has another life. Fitzsimmons get reunited, and he is immediately captured. Enoch is confused how she is even there. And that actually wraps up this binder. I've been writing notes in this binder for shows and movies since I watched Clone Wars Season 6. So that's cool. On to a new binder. Episode 4, Code Yellow. Deke is running a startup tech company. Yo-Yo has new S.H.I.E.L.D. Boo Thang. Coulson team kills alien thing. Or human. Or mix of both. Coulson finds Deke. The human thing died with a bat inside him. The bat alien parasite thing is free in S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. picks up Deke, May, and Mac. The bat goes into Yo-Yo's Boo, whose name is Keller. Yo-Yo has to kill Keller because it was... once it's in you, you're just kind of... It's not good. Starts spewing weird stone stuff out of all pores of your body, and you just kind of die. Coulson captures May. Episode 5, The Other Thing. S.H.I.E.L.D. has the 2 guys from Coulson's crew. Coulson wants to recruit May. Enoch, Daisy, Simmons, Piper, and Davis are arrested by Enoch's people. Their homeworld is gone. Coulson's team is killing people infected with the bat things, named Shrikes. Enoch's people want to utilize time travel to save their world. Simmons stays with Enoch, ensures Daisy, Piper, and Davis's lives are saved. May knocks out Coulson and the crazy chick on his team. Davis, Piper, Daisy Return to base. Enoch gasses Fitz in his cell. Episode 6, Inescapable. Fitzsimmons are put in a mind prison with requirements to discover time travel. Fitz finds out he died, and that Coulson died. Since they are in a mind prison, Leopold is also present. It's a journey through their memories, good and bad. There's a Simmons demon and a Leopold make out while Fitzsimmons move forward through their journey. Enoch breaks out Fitzsimmons attacking his own people. Episode 7, Told Ya. Enoch, Fitzsimmons captured by the gambling city. Kitson, they're back there. Sold. A big guy on Sarge's team is a fire breather. He is from a different planet and breathes a different kind of thing and can apparently breathe out fire. Daisy knocks him out. Enoch is also purchased with Fitzsimmons, and the lady wants to find a stolen artifact on Earth. Mac had to make a deal with Sarge to free him and his crew to save Yo-Yo. Enoch leaves to find his people a new home, because he has insured Fitzsimmons a journey back to Earth with the lady that bought them. Episode 8, Collision Course, Part 1. Daisy, May, and Deke join Sarge and Snow Lady to save the world. Fitzsimmons is back in the Earth's solar system, and they are bringing the monster that Sarge is trying to stop and kill. But they are unaware. Izel is after the monoliths, which did get destroyed in a previous season, so that's going to potentially be a little awkward. The rest of Sarge's team breaks out. Yo-Yo retraps them. Sarge plans to bomb Izel and a 200-mile radius, which does include a city. Unnamed city, but it includes a city. Sarge teleports to the shield plane. Episode 9, Collision Course Part 2. Sarge breaks out his 2 crew, but abandons Snow with the atom bomb. Sarge captures the bridge and has control of the Zephyr. Daisy prevents the bomb from detonating. Yo-Yo captures the whiny dude. Coulson kills the whiny dude because he was slowing him down. Jacko finds out that Snow is alive and watches Sarge kill his other team member. Jacko is losing faith in Sarge. Yo-Yo turns Jacko to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s side, and Mac knocks out Sarge. Mac, Yo-Yo, Davis, and Jacko infiltrate Izel's ship, the lady that bought Fitzsimmons, and rescue them. They teleport to the truck, reuniting with May, Snow, Daisy, and Deke. Jacko takes the atom bomb back to Izel's ship, blowing it up, although she hasn't been spotted since her and Davis were in the same room together. Mac and Yo-Yo are back together. May kills Sarge. Davis is probably Izel, but also May killing Sarge a little suspicious. Episode 10, Leap. Sarge regains a pulse naturally. Izel had control of May during the shooting and transferred to another agent. She's now controlling Piper. All of Sarge's wounds have healed. He is still unconscious. Izel swaps into Deke. Mac initiates a lockdown. Daisy and Yo-Yo get quarantined so Izel can't get to them to control them, as they are the 2 most powerful people in S.H.I.E.L.D. Izel reveals herself, shoots Piper's hand, and sends Davis off a ledge head first, killing him. Sarge wakes up and was possibly created when Coulson went near the monolith light leak fear dimension thing. And Izel takes the monolith power ball and leaves as Yo-Yo with Mac. Izel and Sarge are from a realm of people with no physical form. Episode 11, From the Ashes. Daisy knocks out Sarge, trying to expose his true powers. Sarge's fists can become some rock with strange force ability. Like when he flings his hand that way, it like kind of splinters off of it, but then comes back. And when he does his follow-through swing, it hits with even more force. Kind of weird, but kind of cool. Sarge calls Daisy Sky and is regaining Coulson's memories with his true powers. The more powers he has, the more memories he has. Episode 12, The Sign. Flint, created through the fear portal. Izel takes control of him to rebuild the monoliths. Deke Fitzsimmons build a device that won't allow Izel to take control of their bodies. Sarge, Daisy, and May head towards the temple. Deke teleports to the temple, stops Izel from taking them over. Piper evacs Flint, who has a shattered leg thanks to Izel. Deke loses teleportation device while fleeing the zombie Shrike people. Izel opens the portal. Sarge stabs May, sending her through the portal, joining... That doesn't make sense. Joining going to the other realm. Enoch captured by his people. Episode 13, New Life, the season finale, 13 episodes in. The Chronicom hunters attack S.H.I.E.L.D. Yo-Yo gets birded, goes in her mouth. May heals in the new realm, as there is no death in that realm. But it does not save her in her old realm. The Earth. Enoch kills a hunter, takes his skin, and saves Fitzsimmons. May kills the 3 temple keepers in the other realm and then duels Izel. Sarge shows his true skin. Izel gets the gate on that side open. Mac vs. Sarge. May kills Izel. Mac kills Sarge. Yo-Yo pukes up the bird thing. The gate closes. May dies now that she is back in real realm of Earth. Simmons arrives, says she can heal May. Enoch had brought Fitzsimmons into the past to prep for the Chronicom invasion of Earth and get Simmons ready to evac and extract the team from the temple. Fitz's location is unknown. The Chronicoms blow up the temple. New York skyline is gone except for the Empire State Building. Enoch and Simmons built a Chronicom version of Coulson with his memories, including catching him up on everything he missed after dying. Which really sets us up for Season 7 to be the Chronicom invasion of Earth, and we get a full-on Coulson. Who's probably going to be the most kitted out version of Coulson that we've seen ever. But it looks like an intriguing wrap-up to the show. I enjoyed this one. I thought it was good. I thought at times it could get confusing. You really had to screw on the sci-fi hat at times to get through the season and follow the storyline. But I had fun. And it's weird to be on the final season now. I feel like I've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for so long because I've not done it in 6 weeks consecutively, so it's been over a long period of time that I've watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So it'll be a bittersweet moment to wrap it up. But the plan is to do that next week. Let me know your thoughts on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in general or Season 6 in the comments down below. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.